We've got everything packed up and we're gonna go on our first rendezvous. We've got all the blue slips filled out. We all have the wives' permission, because that's something that's a must-have, is permission from the wives. So thank you to all of them for letting us go out and have a weekend of fun at Lone Pine Pheasant Club. So just jumped into the truck, got everything packed up, heading over to Phish's house. Gonna jump in with Phish and Ziva, who's gonna be helping us hunt. Always love hunting with Ziva. Also on their way, we got Chuck and Charlie and Cooper. Cooper's another awesome dog that love hunting with. And then we're gonna be meeting up with Langosta and Bryan. They're also on their way to Lone Pine. Lone Pine, literally just 3.5 hours away from Southern California, specifically here, Redondo Beach. So not far at all. So if ever you guys are thinking like, oh, where's the opportunity? Where can I go? One great option if you're into upland game bird hunting, go check out Lone Pine Pheasant Club. Always lots of fun. Looking forward to having a great weekend with the fellas.
Well, we just drove through Mojave. We're in the beautiful beginning of the Sierra Nevada mountains. The backdrop there. We're meeting up with Jojo and Lone Pine. We're going to do our yearly pheasant hunt. We're very excited to do that. We got some shotguns, we got some dogs ready to roll. We got our gear in the back, and it's going to be fun tomorrow. So we'll give you an update once we hook up with Jojo, and we're very excited to bring you this next episode. It's going to be amazing. Hey guys, Langosta and Jojo here. We're at beautiful Lone Pine Pheasant Club, and today we're going to be chasing after the beautiful birds.
We're super excited. We got some friends with us today, so we got some dogs. We're going to be hunting some birds. We got Chuck, we got Charlie, we got Phish in the house. We're here at Lone Pine. Super excited to be here. We couldn't wait to do it. We're talking about going hunting, and we decided to pack it up, and now we're here.
We made it happen. It's a beautiful day. Let's go get some birds.
Here we go.
So watching a dog work is probably one of the most satisfying things of upland game bird hunting. And in this video, for those of you that think that I'm pointing the gun at the dog, I'm not. The GoPro's hooked up to the bottom of the barrel. The barrel's definitely pointing at the horizon. So Cooper found the scent. He's on the scent. He feels it's in there, but he's not solid yet. So watch, he'll go on a hard point. Boom, there's your hard point.
And boom, there goes beep, 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 beep.
Now, luckily, Jojo was in a perfect spot for that. Skillet shot.
Perfect spot. And one of the things that we were all patient for, obviously during the planted bird hunt, you want the dogs out of the way. So we made sure that the dog was not chasing the bird. And as soon as we got that confirmation,
no dogs were harmed in the making of this film.
None, but the birds were.
Yeah. Well,
and they taste good.
We're trying to get Cooper to recover the bird, but you can see he's a little tired. He's got his tongue out, so he hasn't. He's now he found it with using his eyes, but he wasn't able to sniff it out. He's a young dog. He's learning. He did pretty good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Bird's still a little alive, little stunned there. He's finishing up his situation there.
And if anyone's interested, Chuck is wearing ghost white camo.
Yes, it's ghost white camo. It's the newest trend at the Cabela's there. If you haven't gotten yourself a.
Here we go. First one on the board. Lone Pine Pheasant Club. Rifles, rods, and broads. Here we go. Having fun.
So with this shot, Ziva pointed on a bird, and she kind of ran back, but I could tell right away that she was initially on a bird. He or she is beginning to flush a bird, and you're getting kind of excited. And then all of a sudden, you just hear the flutter of wings.
Get him, hit him. Oh, nice. All right, good job, Cooper. Get that bird.
It's point, aim, and shoot, pow, pow, and down bird. Welcome to the dinner table.
Rack 'em and stack 'em, baby. Rack 'em and stack 'em. Jojo's on fire today.
Number 2. There we go. We're rolling. Oh, it's right there.
Where?
It's up front here. Watch this side. Watch this side. Oh, it's
Okay.
going this way. It's going to be on the ground.
Ziva, come around. Hit him. Good job. Nice job. Good girl, Ziva.
Good girl, Ziva. There he is.
Nice job.
Right on.
Nice rooster.
Beautiful bird.
Good.
Oh. Right there. Whoa.
Dogs are on scent. They haven't seen the bird. They're not on a hard point yet, but they're getting close. They definitely kind of both track down the scent to that bush. I'm kind of prepping into the wind because the birds typically fly into the wind. So if the wind's in your face, you're probably going to get a shot at a bird.
Nice shot.
You definitely saw a poof of feathers and then a happy dog.
I tell you what, that was a nice shot. I was watching from the back, and I was like, oh, that was beautiful. Flying away, too.
Flying away is definitely preferable.
Yeah, that Remington 870 went boom, boom.
Good girl. Good boy, Cooper. Embarrassingly speaking, it's my first kill of the day. I'm going to pheasant 4th down. I did have interference by a couple of the dogs several times due to low flyers.
If there were referees, they would have flagged them.
For those of you that haven't gone pheasant hunting or upland game bird hunting, it's really fun. It was a nice day. It was a little hot. I wish it was a little bit cooler. First kill.
Langosta's on the board. Right on. Look at
Little
that.
hen.
Nice. That was a nice shot.
Pretty little hen.
Nice shot.
That's kind of like the challenge hunting with the young dogs, right? They tend to get away from you a little bit further than they should be. This part of the field was pretty damn nice. Low grass, but you'll see that definitely taking a nice wide stride. He's cutting across the field back and forth. Definitely something you like to see. The risk that you run, though, is that the dog gets tired pretty quick. If you see the dog running around with an open mouth, they're not hunting anymore. Guys, so we're at the bottom of the field. Did our first pass in this field looking for birds. We've been switching off dogs.
And they've been doing really, really well.
Yeah.
Both Ziva, Cooper, they've been having a good time. It's pretty hot out here, too.
The conditions are pretty rough for a dog.
Yeah, so we've had to rest them quite a bit.
Yeah, not a lot of wind, and it's getting definitely pretty warm.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun, a lot of action here at Lone Pine Pheasant Club. Having a great time so far. So this is kind of like, what, end of the second quarter, halftime?
Yep, this is halftime. We're in halftime. If you bring an observer, you got to make sure the observer is way behind the guns, right? That's the safest place to be if you're just watching. So if you bring your wife and you want to keep her as your wife and you want to have her not get Dick Cheney'd and get peppered, you put her back in the rear where Charlie is in this video.
Hang back.
You know, for those of you wondering why I'm carrying my shotgun like that, I've got the camera on there. And filming the hunt is a challenging endeavor.
We're learning along the way. We had all kinds of goodies. We had GoPros on the barrels of the gun. We had GoPros on the collars of the dogs. We had iPhones on gimbals. You know, Bryan was looking like an Inspector Gadget out there.
Bryan had a lot of gear on. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Hunting is work in itself, but then trying to film it and trying to be in a good spot to get the shots, and
right.
It's not an easy endeavor.
You know, although we live close to Hollywood, we're just not that Hollywood yet.
Yeah, no kidding. We're down kind of at the base of the field. Cooper's on a hard point. He must have heard something, right? This is where we made a critical mistake. You could see that Chuck is to my right, and we're thinking that the bird's gonna flush straight in front of us, right into the wind. He must be able to see the bird. We're like expecting the bird to flush at any time. And what he should have done here before he kicked the bush is held Cooper back, because Cooper got in my way and there's no point in shooting Cooper in the face. I thought Cooper actually recovered the bird. I mean, he was so gung-ho behind it and the bird didn't. He kind of flushed. He made it to the other side of the stream.
Yeah, I really thought he was going to end up in the picture with the bird in his mouth.
Not so much. So he goes into the stick stuff. This right here is like a malaria swamp.
Yeah.
And now Cooper's a white dog, a pretty goddamn white dog with a brown face. And this is the part where somebody should have said, "Hey Cooper, maybe not a good idea to go in there."
And this is where somebody said, "Yeah, my wife's not going to be too happy about this one."
Cooper went in that muddy ass water.
Oh man!
Safety on, and
he came out a whole new dog.
He came out like a tea bag, a reverse tea bag. There is a second funny part to this. Well, it's funny now. So this dog gets itchy because of the mud. And what does he do, Jojo?
He rolls around in more mud.
And cow shit. There are cows on the field. Hey, guys, if you ever get offered the option of renting a dog, even if you have a dog, pay the money.
It may be worth the money.
You guys will see in the video, there's a shot where we didn't have the opportunity to take a shot. And one of the dogs just lunged for the pheasant hen and just jumped in the water. It was a pretty good shot.
I thought it was going to be his too. That would have been pretty nice if he got it and brought it back. That would have been pretty cool. But we're having a great time. As you guys can see, it's beautiful out here. Here in Lone Pine, we've got the mountain range behind us, the eastern Sierra Nevadas, Mount Whitney. Just a fantastic place to hunt. If you like the outdoors, you're here in California or you're anywhere on the West Coast and you're interested in some pheasant hunting, this is a great location. We're having a great time. It's not too far from town. It took us, what, about 3.5 hours to get out here?
Not bad at all.
So easy drive, highly recommend it.
What are you carrying today?
So what I've got today, I've got the Black Friday Bass Pro Special, the Stoger M3000. It is a semi-auto 12 gauge shotgun. As far as shells, what we're using today, we've got Kent Fast Steel shells, 5-shot, works pretty well, 1,400 feet per second. There we go, 2 3/4. What you got?
I got my hammer. This is a model 870. She's a little rust bucket. This is a gun my dad gave me when I was probably about 12 years old. It's a modified, no screw-in chokes on this one. This is just a modified barrel, and she's just a little workhorse. You know, this is my dad's gunsmithing here when we were young.
That 870 definitely is one of the workhorses.
Yeah, she's a good gun. And I'm shooting the same. I'm shooting Kent number 5s. Nice load for what we're doing out here today. I have a Beretta 20 gauge, and I love hunting with it, but we're here in California, so we got to shoot steel shot. We can't shoot any lead, and the steel doesn't fly the same. So
makes a big difference.
These larger birds. I mean, if we were quail hunting, I'd still probably shoot my 20 gauge, but on these bigger birds, you know, you got a little bit more distance with them. So
yeah, when shooting steel, you're probably going to want a bigger shot than normal versus using lead, just to kind of compensate for that steel. So
yeah, you're trying to make up for the inferior projectile. And it certainly is. Certainly is an inferior projectile,
but it protects the California condor.
That's not here. Enjoy the beautiful scenery. So we're going to work our way uphill now, hopefully into the wind, and maybe it'll get a little easier for the dogs because it is pretty rough conditions right now. So let's see how it goes. So Ziva here is trying to get some direction. She's actually looking at Phish, saying, "Hey man, where are we going, bud? Where are we going?" So now he pointed at her. So he gave her direction, and then she ran in the opposite direction. No, I'm just kidding. She did good. She's doing good. She's doing good. She doesn't go quite. He's like, "Come on this way, baby. Let's go." This is the time when you zap the dog. Now she picked up a little bit of scent here. The beauty of this place is really captivating. If you just look at the mountains and stuff, it's hard to believe.
It's kind of distracting, right? You're hunting birds and you're out there in that environment, outdoors. You've got the mountains. You're right at the base of the mountains. It was hot, but staring up at the snow caps, it kind of made it feel a little bit cooler. And being that everything was green, obviously, you know, it was just, I don't know, man. Only word that I can use to describe it is amazing.
It really is. It's cool.
We had a great weekend. She's
lost the scent. She's kind of looking for some direction. Come on, Chuck. You know, she's definitely not on a hard point there.
I think she was looking for milk bones.
I think she was looking for a little bit of guidance from Misha, right? So you see, look, when a dog lifts its head and it doesn't have its nose to the ground, it's trying to use its eyes, but it's never going to be able to see the bird. It's too thick. There was one of them that she was on a hard point, and I second guessed her, and the damn bird was in there.
And this is where the boots came in handy, huh?
Yeah, those boots. I think I bought those last season. There was one year we went hunting, and God, I had like 15, 20 ticks on my boots that were crawling around the shoelaces. It grossed the shit out of me out.
That's never fun, and that's one of the things that you've got to kind of get prepared for. And when you get home, you got to do that tick check.
You got to do a tick check before you get in the truck.
Yeah.
I feel like you got to like almost change all your clothes and put them in bags.
Either that or you'll find them in the truck. I remember driving home on the ceiling of Misha's truck. It was just like, that's not a spider. That's a tick.
Have you actually had a tick on you?
Knock on wood, I never want one, never had one.
I've had one. I had one right here on my side. And I felt it. I felt it the day after. I felt like something hard, like on my skin, right? Like it bugged me. I was rubbing the bottom of my arm on it, and I looked in the mirror. I was like, oh, shit, it's a tick. So I had, it's my wife's job to remove any ticks from me. So she took some tweezers and took it off. But not before she took pictures of it and made a big deal. Like, it was so disgusting. There you go. All right, that's the bird.
Jojo's going to come behind you. Nice job. Call her.
He ran. He shot. He landed. We thought we hit him.
Come.
So this right now, what you see in retrospect, right? When the shots are fired, you got to bring the dog back in, so the dog is clear. I definitely skillet shot his ass a few times.
Yeah.
A dead bird goes in the pot. A wounded bird.
It does. And as I'm walking there, I can see the bird, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, as I walk in here, is it going to be like quicksand, or is it going to hold the weight?
Yeah, that pond that's a dry pond. That's pretty gnarly. Did the dog go in there, or did you go in there?
Nope. I was the dog in this one.
You were the bird dog.
I was the bird dog, thinking to myself, what? Can
shot.
somebody hold my gun? Yeah, just hold that there just in case anything happens. And after first couple of steps, I was like, okay, I got this. There it is.
Yep. It was a rooster. Yep. Now, he did get shot a few times.
He got shot a couple of times. My steel kind of stunned him, and then your steel definitely put him away. That got him good.
Yeah, put him down hard.
That bag came in handy too, man. That was a great bag. That was a great little upland game pack. That Tenzing really did its job. Not too heavy, not ultra light, but it worked out. So really stoked on the gear.
Rooster down. All right. Once the dog's out the way, just shoot the shit out of him.
Just blast.
Here we're working our way back up the field, and I really like Cooper. When he stays in close to us, he takes some nice lines back and forth. So you can see he's coming close to me, and now he's working his way around Chuck, but he doesn't go too far, and he keeps looking back at us for guidance. I'm pumping him up because the dogs are unsure, right? They don't always see the bird. They don't always smell the bird.
Right.
So they're taking cues from you to see if they're doing it right. You can see Cooper looks back at us all the time.
Good boy. Find that bird.
And when he looks back at us, I always give him a praise because that's what they should be, right? The dog is not hunting alone. The dog is hunting with you, right? So with that said, you have to give and get feedback from the dog, right? The dog's giving you feedback by looking at you, and then you're giving him direction when he does look and praise. I mean, that's the beauty of hunting with a dog, honestly.
That's good advice, and as you're doing that, and they then pick up on that scent, then it kind of gives them that reassurance, right? We all want reassurance, and as you mentioned, it's always nice. I mean, as you're hunting with the dog, that's your partner, that's your instrument. They're a part of the hunt, right? So it's important that you give them that because it shows that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, and then obviously, as the hunter, you're then rewarded with the opportunity to take a bird down.
Here's the other thing. When the dog goes on a hard point, like he does in this video, eventually Cooper goes in hard. That thing is so thick, we can't see a bird in there, but we can't see in there at all.
Right.
But in Cooper's mind, he either hears it, smells it, sees it, or all three.
Yeah, he's like, you dumb mofos. You can't see what I smell?
Earlier, he was just on a super hard, on a hard point. When that dog holds hard, he holds steady. You know that there's a bird in there. You got to trust your dog.
Make it quick.
That little stubby tail on that.
Come on, boy. Get that bird.
That pointer goes stiff. You know you got a bird in the bush.
We are talking about hunting.
We are talking about hunting, as a matter of fact. Get the bird in the bush. Cooper came back to this bush. He's like, dude, guys, it's in there. It's in there. You know, he's almost kind of frustrated with us.
Yeah.
So we start kind of kicking the bush around, and Jojo was in a good spot.
I just tailed you guys. That was my strategy.
Yeah, we were all your bird dogs. Jojo was using us and Charlie as a bird dog.
Here we go. Here's the end of my barrel. It's about to get lined up with the bird. And boom. There it goes.
She's down.
That's where the coyote won and the roadrunner lost. So we're walking the field, and as you can see here,
You got a shot off.
you got a shut off. I'm having a blast. And that was Chuck's bird, and I swear, like, his reflexes on that one was, he was really quick to the trigger and took a nice shot, and down bird.
Yep. He scalped his ass.
Good job, Chuck. Good boy. Good job. Nice rooster, too.
And just like that, it happens fast. Just like that, it happens so fast. Flushing a bird. Nice rooster right there. Beautiful rooster. So when pheasant hunting, one of the things you want to do, especially if you're hunting with dogs, is really let the dogs work. You got to be patient, trust the process. They're built for this. They love doing it. It's always a great time seeing them point. And once they are on point, it's holding the dog, getting everybody in position, getting ready to go. And when the action happens fast. But take your time, let the dog work, do its thing, and I guarantee you, we'll all be flushing birds.
That's a nice rooster.
Nice. Look at that tail.
Guys, when you're hunting with dogs, you're doing some upland game hunting, you got to be patient, you know, especially in these kind of conditions. You got to make sure that dog gets enough rest. That was a rooster. It was a rooster right here. Be very, very quiet. Very quiet. Very quiet. Hell no, we got to find those birds. We just heard them chirping here in the bush.
This bird was relatively interesting because it started to get away, and I did my best Usain Bolt impression and went into full sprint with my gun looking for this bird. And the moment I saw it, you know, I used all 3 rounds that were loaded in my gun, and I think it was on that final one where it was like, okay, here's a good shot. Don't waste this one. Bam. Bird down. And there I am picking up the step. That is a full sprint in my world. I don't go much faster than that. So I'm not going to be qualifying for the next Olympic Games coming up in Paris this year, but 2028 in LA.
Come! Ziva, come!
Got him?
Yep.
Nice. This is a running and gunning type of an operation here.
Running and gunning.
Running and gunning.
Another hen.
Nice.
She was right under our feet
She was the whole
for
time.
a long time.
The dog's like, we second guessed the dog.
Yeah.
Dog's on a hard point. And nice little hen.
Look at that.
Got good meat on her.
Nice.
Good job. Good job, Jojo. Nice.
Fun
Here, I'll
times.
bag her for you.
There you go.
Ziva's on a hard point. He's leashing her up. The reason he's leashing her up is textbook, because she may flush. She may flush the bird, and we don't want to shoot the dogs.
Stay right there.
See, and there you go. We got a very low flush with a bit of a run, really, right?
Yeah, that was the smartest thing to do, to leash up the dog at that point. That bird had like 3 different rounds in her.
At some point, guys, you know, this is a planet bird hunt, right? So these birds need to go in the pot so we can eat them. They don't need to go into the coyote bait, the coyote feeding program.
No. So we make sure to dispatch.
Yeah, dispatch them quickly,
Good
humanely.
girl. What a good
Put them in
girl.
a bag.
And I'd safely say that bird was dispatched.
Yep. We're trying to give her a little bit of time on the bird. Hopefully she'll pick up the bird and get comfortable with snagging the bird. Most dogs are very unsure. You don't want the dog to hard mouth the bird, but you definitely want the dog to get comfortable with holding the bird.
Good job.
She's getting good praise. She did a good job. Found the bird, so keep it positive for the dog. Handler's happy.
She got scalped.
And Misha's always got soft hands, so we trusted him picking up the bird.
Misha has silky smooth hands.
Just goes to show, even at close range, you can miss with 6 shots. Oh, man.
Got a dead bird.
Dead bird. Just blast.
It was a Taliban wedding.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shooting and one bird.
Fun times.
It was fun. Look, man, the hunting part's fun, the chasing the bird's fun, but the shooting part really, really is a lot of fun.
That's the best part.
People are like, well, why'd you shoot so much? Man, because I like shooting. I didn't come here to save ammo. I came here to shoot some ammo.
These cows are like immune to the sound of shotguns.
Yeah, these are a lot fatter than the other ones.
If they don't hear them, they're probably just thinking, what the heck's going on?
Yeah.
Ziva's rocking.
Yes, those are the cattle fertilizing the field and providing dog lotion.
Yes. Dog lotion for sure. Comes with some cocoa butter.
Yeah, some fermented dog lotion. Man, I want to get one of those buggies, man. Have you rented or have you ridden on one of those things?
I have not.
Oh my God, those things are stupid fun.
Oh, they look like a lot of fun.
I just gotta make sure that it fits in the toy hauler that I have. But yeah, running around the field, we're basically looking for any sign of the GoPro camera and the that ring that goes around
the dog collar, GoPro holder.
It was probably the worst GoPro holder.
It looked badass on the dog at first.
Look, it was one of those things that looked good on paper, but in practicality was a fucking shit show.
Oh, man. We had the full-on production going, right? We were setting up the whole the whole production prior to the hunt. We had GoPros on the barrels. We had GoPros on the dog. We had the drone in the backpack.
Yep. Well, all of those things worked out pretty good, other than the GoPro on the dog.
Yeah. You know, we lost the mic, but it was recovered.
We temporarily misplaced the mic. That was later found.
Well, Jojo, wrapping up our hunt here in Lone Pine, California.
That was awesome. Fantastic.
What'd you like the most?
Well, first and foremost, I like the camaraderie. Anytime we can go out hunting with friends, it's always a great time.
Yeah, absolutely.
We did have a great time. I'll let you know this is pretty much the closing of the season here at Lone Pine Pheasant Club. It got a little heated today. I'd say it was about, 80 degrees?
Yeah.
80 degrees and not much shade. But we survived, and we ended up with 11 birds for our group.
No, it was good. It was a good hunt. The dogs did good.
Dogs did great.
Dogs were, here's one of the camp dogs. What's going on, camp dog? So, we did this hunt last year. A lot of people here last year. If any of you watchers are considering doing a pheasant hunt here, I highly recommend it. Maybe you don't have a big group, and don't be worried about that. If you got 2 or 3 people, these fields are perfect to hunt them with 3 people.
Perfect.
Yeah.
If you've got a dog, you've got a couple of friends, a few friends, I think you'll thoroughly enjoy yourself.
For sure. The outfitters here, they'll set you up with a dog with a dog team, handler and dog team if you don't have one. So take advantage of it. There's always a lot of excuses, a lot of complications for not coming out and hunting and stuff, but if you make the time, and you will not regret it.
The facility here is top of the line. It was a great lunch, great meal. You get some steps in. We put in about 5 miles today of walking, so we racked up those steps. It's definitely hunting, and we had a great time. Again, like I said, we ended up with 11 birds, and it was fantastic.
What would be your number one tip? What would you change? What advice would you give somebody considering coming out here?
The first thing I'd say is just do it. Get out here and have fun.
Absolutely.
And then as you're going out, just make sure that you've got lots of water, you're patient, and hunt hard.
Yeah, this is a recreational thing, man. You just gotta get out here and you're not at work, so just go with the flow. There isn't a very hard set schedule. Just enjoy the scenery. For me, I would say get your gear ready, get your gear in good order. Go and shoot some trap clays. Get your skill up, because these birds they're not clay birds.
No,
so
they're not.
They fly wherever they want to fly. So.
And you think they're big enough to where it's like, there's no way I can miss, but then you miss, and it's like, oh, maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was.
There was a few Afghanistan moments. Some of those birds got.
I'm out. Reload.
Barraged by fire.
Oh man,
it's fun.
Yeah.
Fun. You should just do it.
All in all, a great time.
For me, my favorite part of the hunt is the scenery. If you can come out here and it's still snow-capped mountains, and we're a little bit late in the season. Actually, it's the last week in the season, so it's a little warmer. But if we would have been over here in March, it probably would have been a little bit cooler and would have had more snow up on the hill. But we made it. I mean, it's better than not coming out. It didn't suck, that's for sure. It was pretty cool.
And before we close out, I do want to say rest in love to our GoPro for now.
Yes, we did. We did.
We had a casualty on the field.
We had a GoPro fatality. We put the GoPro on one of the dogs with a collar, and the dog came back and no GoPro.
Yeah.
It was a no-go pro.
And I also do have to say thank you for everybody that joined us. And again, we were friends. Phish was with us along with his Griffon, Ziva. We also had Chuck, who was with his wired hair pointer, Cooper, along with Charlie. Bryan joined us on the trip. So thank you guys very much for everything that you guys did. We really appreciated your company. And yeah, just wanted to say thank you guys very much for watching and tuning in to episode 7. That's right, we're on episode 7 now. And I know we're starting to collect an audience, and appreciate each and every one of you that have liked and subscribed each one of our videos. So if you haven't done so already, you like what we're doing, we're gonna continue doing it. So please, again, like and subscribe to Rifles, Rods, and Broads. Langosta, myself, really appreciate it. So thank you very much for continuing to allow us to do what we love to do.
Jojo, let's give a final shout out to the good folks here at the Lone Pine Pheasant Club. If you guys want to learn more information about hunting next season here, please go ahead and hit the link below. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you like and subscribe so you get all of the latest shenanigans and adventures that we're up to. So I'd like to thank you again, and if you haven't pheasant hunting, go pheasant hunting.
There we go. Thanks, everybody. And thank you again, once again, to Phish, Chuck, Bryan, Charlie, you Langosta.
Mahalo. See ya.